Good morning, Uday and Bhargav. Today is Thursday, October 12th, and here's the heads-up briefing for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 81 issues. We covered 32 issues in East Asia Pacific, 27 issues in South Asia, and 22 issues in the EMEA region.
All right, thank you. Can we please discuss the major issues today?
Sure, I will be briefing you on the major issues of today's production. In East Asia Pacific, here are the top 3 issues for your attention. In Australia, activist groups will carry out protest rallies in different parts of the country tomorrow to stand in solidarity with Palestinians and demand the end of Israeli apartheid, the occupation, and the siege on Gaza. Some of these protests are as follows. The Palestine Action Group, Canberra, will carry out a protest rally at Garema Place, Canberra, in the Australian Capital Territory at 5:30 p.m. Another protest will be by the Friends of Palestine WA group, which will carry out a protest rally at the Murray Street Mall in Perth, Western Australia at 5:30 p.m. local time.
All right, thanks, Bassel. Tell the team to keep an eye out on this as the conflict continues in the Middle East. There will be protests across the Asia Pacific for and against both countries.
Sure, Uday. In PNG, the flooding of the Bulalo River has caused widespread damage to road infrastructure and property in Morobe province. At least 200 meters of paved road was inundated after the river breached its natural embankments in the Waawaria district. The Pinotop Bridge in the Kilolo mining settlement was also cut off.
Okay, we need to keep an eye out on if there's any disruptions to Leh, which is the capital of Morobe province and one of the biggest cities in Papua New Guinea. Thanks.
Sure. In Myanmar, a report published by the Kachin Women's Association Thailand has accused the military of closing down refugee camps for internally displaced people in Kachin and Chan states to accommodate China's Belt and Road Initiative. According to the report, the military uses aerial bombardment, shelling, and arbitrary arrests to force the local population from their residences. The cleared lands then are used to construct transportation lines under the BRI project. Today, we covered this as the major development in our Southeast Asia roundup today.
Right, this is very interesting. It's something that we've been alluding to for some time, and a trend that we see will increase as the military government tries to hold on to key infrastructure projects and other such sites for keeping revenues, which it's losing due to sanctions. So keep an eye out on this. We will be releasing an assessment on this next week also. Thanks.
Okay, we will be keeping on monitoring this closely. In South Asia, here are the top 2 issues for your attention. In Pakistan, members of the Pakistan Kisan Rabita Committee and various other farmer groups will hold demonstrations across multiple cities in Pakistan today. These cities include Lahore, Karachi, Multan, and Shikarpur. The demonstrations will be held to urge international money lenders like the IMF and the World Bank to cancel the repayment of loans for Pakistan and provide compensation for the climate-induced economic losses incurred by the country. We covered this as the major development in our South Asia roundup today.
All right. Now we need to keep an eye out for more such demonstrations, which are expected until after the elections. And it is also important to note any major disruptions happening in transport hubs, such as Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, where our clients are likely to connect to their areas of interest. So please advise the team likewise.
Sure, Bhargav. In Bangladesh, the BNP Publicity Secretary Shahid Uddin Chaudhary was arrested at his home in Damondi in Dhaka yesterday. The Dhaka Metropolitan Magistrate later placed him on 4-day judicial custody in connection with a case related to obstructing police to conduct their duties and vandalizing vehicles.
All right. Yeah, this comes out as a ploy by the ruling government to target the key officials of the opposition party. Now, the veracity or the credibility of the judicial process is very much in question. So we can expect more of the protests by BNP in the coming weeks or months until the elections. Let's keep an eye out for major disruptions caused by these protests as well.
Sure, Bhargav. Moving over to the EMEA region, I'll brief you on the top 3 issues of our production. In Poland, the country will hold parliamentary elections on October 15th. Voters will elect 460 members of the Sejm lower house in 41 constituencies. They'll also elect 100 members of the upper chamber senate in 100 constituencies. We conveyed this to our clients in EMEA via an advisory message today.
All right, thank you.
In France, members of 8 major trade unions will go on strike tomorrow over pay disputes, the cost of living, and climate change. Also, more than 209 demonstrations are planned in town and city centers, especially in the capital, Paris. We communicated this to our EMEA clients as well today in an advisory message.
All right, thank you.
Concerning the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and opposition leader Benny Gantz formed an emergency government yesterday. Also, attacks by Israel continued across several neighborhoods in Gaza. In addition, skirmishes also took place between Hezbollah and the Israeli Defense Forces along the border area between Lebanon and Israel. We communicated this to our EMEA clients via an advisory message today. We will also be releasing another assessment by Friday on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
All right. As the situation continues to be extremely precarious, the unity government may actually help in decision making. At the same time, please monitor 2 or 3 fronts which are quite critical for Israel, primarily Gaza, where the bombing is going on. At the same time, the borders with Lebanon and Syria, any further escalation on these fronts is likely to be a lot more critical for security establishments in Israel. It's a big question mark if they can actually manage a 3-front war, or will they be supported by the Western allies to do so? So let's track the developments very closely and keep our clients updated, please.
Sure, Bhargav. Thank you, Uday and Bhargav. This is the heads-up briefing for today. Anything else from your end?
Nothing further from my end. Thank you.